The overall design of the blaster, though, is pretty darn nice. I shouldn't be able to do that so easily. It's so bad that I couldn't hit a target from 10 feet away. Hello everyone, Brachiosaurus227. Today we're going to be doing a review. I kind of just like depressed at this point. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it, guys. Yeah, as you can probably guess, we're doing a review of the Nerf Pro Cinder, and it's not good at all. Let's get started. Included is the blaster itself, safety glasses, Nerf Pro darts, Nerf Pro magazine, and instructions, which I'll be nice and leave here. Just kidding, get him out of here! To operate the blaster, you want to go throw it in the trash. I'm kidding, okay? I'm kidding. I'm returning it. But first we gotta review it, so unscrew your battery door. Once you do that, you want to take it off, and you'll see right here, there's a spot to put 4 AA's. Oh yeah, you have to put another 4 AA's on the other side. Yeah, this is a really weird system. Next, you want to take your Nerf Pro magazine. These mags are actually pretty well designed, and probably the best part about these blasters, to be honest. They're basically the same as angled talon mags, and they're made really well. They also have this little sling loop here, but you want to load them up, and you might be noticing I'm using worker darts. I am not going to use Nerf Pro darts. You see this dart, you can't really tell with this, but there's a glob of glue on it. There is a glob of glue. Don't use Nerf Pro darts. I'm gonna use them in the range test. That's it. I need my coffee. But once you have your mag loaded up, you stick it into the blaster. And as you can see, it's not the best mag insertion at all. It's not terrible, but it's not good. Then you want to hit your safety, which is located in the weirdest place. Rev up your blaster. It takes a while to rev. It has a little bit of lag to it, which I don't like. Then you fire. The trigger pull itself is actually pretty decent. It's not the best, but once you get darts in there, it actually gets a lot better. By itself, it's like what you would expect from maybe like a Raven or that BAR blaster. It's more like that trigger pull, but once you get darts in there, it's actually quite responsive, and it's a pretty decent trigger. To take the magazine out, you simply hit the mag release and pull out. It's much easier to get out than it is to get back in, which is kind of funny. And the mag release is okay, but moving on to ergonomics, the grip itself is actually quite nice. I do like it. It's a little bit big, that's like the only complaint I have about it. It may be a little too big, but it's perfectly fine. It's not the worst. It's not terrible. I do not like, though, this little indentation here. That's annoying. Moving on to the stock, it's a very short stock. Like, by itself, it's okay. It's comfortable to shoulder, but it's a very short stock. They did give you the option to put an inch strike stock point, but it's kind of useless. Seriously. I shouldn't be able to do that so easily. I almost broke it. Oh my goodness, I bit the stock point. I wasn't even shouldering it hard. Oh, that's bad. But it's so cheaply made. It bends so easily. It's so ridiculous. You can't use the stock point that they give you for the blaster. The big redeeming quality we were all excited for is useless. I sound like Welcome now. Other than that, though, the ergonomics are fine. Yeah, everything's fine. Up here we have the access door, jam door, whatever the heck you want to call it. Doesn't matter. People complain about that too much. And it's pretty fine. You can access it pretty easily. I will say the jam door is kind of cheap, but it's not anywhere near Elite 2.0 or Alpha Strike bad, so that's good. Over here we have a rival rail, which I don't even know what you're going to put on here. Up front we have the barrel, and there's no place to put a scar. There's no barreling of any kind whatsoever, which, you know, it's not going to help you anyway, regardless, and I'll get into that in a second. But there's no in-strike barrel lug, even though they could have done one. It's ridiculous. I don't know what the deal is. The overall design of the blaster, though, is pretty darn nice. It's really well made, really well put together, has a solid feel about it. I do like that. See here, I have two major issues. One, the bog down. It's unreal how bad the bog down is. Like, I complain about the Maxim Pro, and that has, like, even cheap parts and stuff like that in there, but it didn't bog down under a lot of pressure. It didn't bog down much at all. Maybe just a tiny bit, but not much at all. And it takes 8 AA's. It's not even the biggest issue. No, the biggest issue is the flywheel cage is misaligned in almost every single one that you can get. There's a few where they aren't, but most of them have a misaligned flywheel cage. It's so bad that I couldn't hit a target from 10 feet away. And this was a pretty big target. It was like a big pillow. You can check out the stream where that happened. But basically, yeah, a lot of shots just go here, there, and it doesn't matter if it's pro darts or whatever darts. Like they're all like Nerf pro darts suck, but this is something that happened with pretty much every single dart I fired through it. I don't really see the point, but I suppose we got to do a range test, so let's take it out to the range. I'll see y'all out there. All right, we have the Nerf Pro Cinder here, and we have 2 different types of ammo we're going to be firing at. We have a Pro Rayven mag with Ember darts and Worker Gen 3s, and then of course we have a mag full of Nerf Pros. Since it is the darts that go with the blaster, I hate these darts, but we're gonna shoot them anyway. So we're gonna be firing 7 shots normally, and then we're gonna do 8 shots that are really fast. So let's get started. All right, actually consistent shots, which I was surprised because that's not what I've been getting in testing. Let's go a little bit faster. Oh, that was bad. The bog down got really bad there for a second, and the darts started to go all over the place. All right, got the Pro Rayven mag. Ooh, that got really bad there, as you can see. Let's go a little faster. Alrighty, not too bad as far as the bog down goes. It got a little bit better for that run, surprisingly, but those stray shots, my goodness, those were bad. We have the lowest dart at 36 feet. And as you can see, this is the direction I was aiming at. That's where it landed. We got another one way off the mark at 64 feet. We have another Nerf Pro at 70. We have a little grouping here of some Nerf Pro and workers at 76 feet. Some Nerf Pros, 80 feet. Some Nerf Pros, workers, and actually a couple embers, the first few embers, at around 87 and 89 feet. A worker all the way over there, ember over there, some more Nerf Pros at the 93 foot mark, and the furthest Nerf Pro dart at 96 feet. So what do I think of the in-series? What do I think of the Nerf Pro Sprinter? So what do I think of the Nerf Pro Cinder? Is garbage. I would not recommend it to anyone. The cons are all there. I could list a bunch of them. The stock point not working. The motor bogging down really, really bad. Even though it has 8 AA's and only shoots about 130 FPS. You look up at the front, you know, I can't even think anymore. The flywheel cage misaligned. The complaints are there. Now, sure, you can open it. You can realign it. You can fix it. The thing is, when you have a blaster and it won't work well without modification, if it won't do what it's supposed to do without modification, even if it's slight modification, that's not good. That is bad. People say I was too harsh on the Max and Pro. You've got to understand, we've been putting up with this kind of stuff for too long. If something doesn't work right, we need to complain about it because it's going to keep happening. I really want my product to work. That's all I ask for. Don't get it. It's not worth it. Even if you like the design, unless you're willing to overhaul this thing, don't get it. Don't get it. I don't recommend this to anyone unless you like the design. And I'll admit, this is my kind of design. I love this. I want this to work, but it's not good. I'm literally returning it right after this review. I'm not even kidding. I'm returning it. That's what I'm doing with this. I'm returning it, taking it back to Target, getting my money back. As far as my personal rating goes, I want to give it like an 8 out of 10. I want it to work because it looks really cool. I like the plastic quality. I like the design. I'm giving it a... I'll be generous. I'll be very generous. I'll give it a 4 out of 10. I want to give it a 3 out of 10, but I do like how it's built. I do like the design. I like the idea of the blaster. I'll give it a 4 out of 10. It's not as bad as the Torrent. The Torrent is terrible. The Torrent has gotten worse for me, even though I fixed the issues. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.
My junk drawer, my junk drawer. So many things I don't know what they're for, but I won't let it go. No, I will add more useless little things to my junk drawer.